Hi, welcome back to Happy Apple Core Homestead. Today we're going to tell you all about the herb Skullcap. So let's pop out to the garden and see what it looks like. This is Skullcap and it is growing in a trough, doing really well, and it is time to harvest it. As you can see, maybe you can't. It's little tiny purple flowers. And when it's just getting ready to flower is the perfect time to harvest it. Now that you know what Skullcap looks like, and of course I have a whole bucket here because I'm going to be making a tincture and an infused oil out of this, I am going to give you some words of caution. But first, I'll give you another close-up of this beautiful plant and its very pretty purple flowers. So, as the name might indicate, skull, I don't know, some of you dig it, it's like a good omen, some of you it's a bad omen. In any event, this is a beautiful plant with tons of medicinal benefits, but also a word of caution. Under no circumstances should this be used in children or women who are pregnant or breastfeeding. The reasons for that will come shortly. High doses of this herb can cause some unexpected results, like giddiness, which you would think would be fun. But it's all fun and games, right? Until it's not. Until you get seizures and stupor, mental confusion, irregular heartbeat, and twitching. So this is one of those herbs that you're going to want to be gentle with, whether you are using a tincture or a tea or you're smoking it. Okay, so if we're talking about a salve, you're not going to need to worry about that. The amount that's absorbed through your skin through a salve is not going to cause these kind of symptoms. But when you're taking high dosages, so internally through the lungs via smoking or through a tincture particularly, and a tea, if you drink enough of it, can counteract those good and positive benefits of this beautiful herb. So with that warning, let me get into what it is really good for. You're going to want to stay tuned for this because this is pretty exciting. And make sure you stay tuned to the end because there is a fun fact about this herb that you're not going to want to miss. Skullcap is anti-inflammatory and antioxidant and may neutralize and eliminate free radicals. Also, it's a mild relaxant and is good for anxiety and insomnia. Nervousness and depression has also been treated with Skullcap. Many studies have shown that this herb is also good for Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, convulsions, and spasms. Now, as I tell you this, I just want to reiterate that the standard dosage for this particular herb, like in tincture form, is 1 dropper per day. So please go slow, be gentle on yourself, because too much of a good thing can definitely be a bad thing when we're talking about Skullcap. You can also use this herb in a salve for anxiety, depression, things of that nature, things that you can just rub on and absorb through your skin, which is a very safe method. You can also use it as a pillow spray for things like insomnia and anxiety when you're laying down to go to sleep. Now, the fun fact that I wanted to tell you about this very beautiful herb is that in the 19th century, it was used to treat both humans and animals for rabies. And I know rabies is super scary, right? My house, actually both buildings on my property are established bat colonies. We've learned to live with them, but in the off chance that you or your pet or one of your livestock animals gets rabies, try it, right? Because there are studies that show that it might be effective. Now, I'm not like saying that you should forego rabies vaccines if you're constantly in contact with a critter that might carry rabies. My dogs are vaccinated. I'm vaccinated against rabies. because I'm constantly in contact with bats. They get into my house, they've landed on my face. My dogs try to save them, which is crazy town. Trust me, they're not trying to kill them. My dogs don't eat bats. If you go to my shorts, you can see some videos of my dog trying to fling a bat into the air. He does it often. So, like, kind of a side note, if you have a maternity colony on your house and a bat falls out of the nest and you don't want to just leave it alone, but you want to protect it or whatever, one of the best ways to help it get airborne is to pick it up and fluff it in the air. Well, apparently my dog knows this just instinctually, and he has saved so many bats by gently with his lips picking up a bat from its wing and flinging it into the air, and then it just flies off and it's a happy little bat. Of course, we're not picking up bats with our bare hands or anything like that, so don't get at me in the comments on this. My final word of caution in regards to Skullcap is please be aware that this herb can interact with other sedative type medications, including other herbs and alcohol. So please do use this with caution. If you're trying to treat Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, something very, very serious, please consult your physician, your naturopath, and do your own research. I do have a lot of information, but I'm not a doctor and I'm definitely not your doctor. So do your research, take my information as inspiration. Well, that's it, folks. I'm off to process this giant, beautiful bucket of Skullcap. I'm gonna make a tincture and I'm gonna make an infused oil. You guys know all about those. I can put in some links for you to see how to make a basic salve or a basic tincture recipe. For the tincture, I'm just gonna use 100 proof vodka. And for the oil infusion, I use avocado oil exclusively now. I hope you found this video informative. If you have any additional, words of wisdom about Skullcap, please leave them in the comments. Or if you just want to connect. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Please leave me a comment and a like. Consider becoming a member of this channel to help support me in my mission to bring this information to everybody, because self-sufficiency is not just for me, it's for you too. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.